Yo, so I was thinking about this last night before I went to sleep, and I was just about to make the video, and then this ice cream truck started playing. I don't know if you can hear the music in the background, but I thought it would be hilarious to film a video while this was going on, so I'm going to do it anyway. So this video is about sending Reiki through time. This is actually a level 2 technique. When you learn how to intend Reiki to places rather than using your hands. It's an advanced technique, and I probably shouldn't be talking about it this early in my video sequences because I haven't really got past level 1 yet. I'm still on the chakra stuff and all that. That being said, I was never one for sequencing, and I was never one for doing things by the rules. Usually in video games, I try to fight the toughest bosses as soon as I can, regardless of the gear or level I'm at. So, yeah, I'm just going to say it. So we're going to talk about Reiki through time. So, through time, sending Reiki to the past, sending Reiki to the future. How do we do it? Well, you need to go back and watch the videos I've been talking about. You need to get into your good vibe. You need to get into your mojo. You need to get into your good groove. You need to do that. I've said in a bunch of videos how to do that, particularly the how to use Reiki, along with other videos. I think that if you've been watching, if you check my content, it should be hopefully something you've at least been thinking about, right? So the idea is to get into your good vibe, and you can do that either through meditation, like I've been teaching, or you can do something that's fun. For me, play a video game, or be writing. For you, it may be reading a book or flipping through your Instagram, whatever makes you happy. Get a good, stable, conscious feeling going. And then while you have a moment, or when you take a moment to do this, intend Reiki, intend your good vibe, stretch your good vibe, extend, radiate your good vibe towards either something in your past or something you're intending in the future. So I'll do the past first because I've actually been doing this a lot lately. It's a really great technique. Honestly, it brings me to tears a lot, like more times than not. When I do this technique, it brings me to tears. So sending Reiki into your past. Everybody has traumatic events, and most people have traumatic events that we haven't fully processed yet. When you send it back to whatever memory it is, and you know what it is. You'll know what it is when you send it. It'll be very clear what it is you're remembering. When you connect with that memory, if it was something traumatic or something that was sad, as often we tend to reminisce on, you'll feel that initial woo energy of the bad feeling from the event. In fact, that's kind of what makes it still be traumatic, is that when we recall it, it's this awful feeling, and so that's why we kind of stuff it away so that it can't be accessed, and so that bad feeling can't get at us. And I think most people kind of know, with how popular therapy has become, a great idea when you have memories like that is to get them to a place where you can at least feel okay about them. So how do you do that with Reiki? I'm explaining it now. So when you feel that woof of energy, you allow, extend, send your energy, or rather the good vibes that you have, the Reiki that you have, into the memory. And the way I often picture this, because I get incredibly visual in my mind's eye when I do Reiki, and especially when I do this exercise, because it kind of starts with remembering the image of the memory itself. You send it as long as you can. Now, I'm really good at this, so I can do this for a while and really treat some of these memories. And the image that I was going to say that you do is sort of if your memory is I stubbed my toe and it really hurt, imagine yourself in your current timeline sort of glowing. Maybe you're a floating orb of light and love above the person, you, in the past, experiencing the memory, and sending light, sending waves of good vibes, stuff like that, into the person who's experiencing it. Through that, you'll connect either with, your inner child or the person you once was, and you will feel support and that support may be exactly what you needed in that moment but didn't get. And in that way, you can extend the love to yourself in those traumatic events that you may have felt like you were cut off from at the time. And, you know, the key to this, especially when you're practicing it early on, is to back way off if you find that when you open the memory to start sending energy in, it starts making you feel bad and you can't get out of that, because ruminating and being woeful and in despair about the past event is not gonna help. Only the good vibe extending, emanating in that direction to heal will help. So if you're not able to do that, or if you're only able to do it for like 15-30 seconds before the bad feeling starts taking over, back way off and either return to your meditative trance or go do something fun again. You know what I mean? Or focus on something else for a while until you get your good energy back before you try again. And then there's sending it to the future. And this is something I am still in the infancy of really understanding. I am a neophyte at this process, though technically it is sort of a level 2 thing. This would be intention. So you want to do the same thing you do with the past memories, fill yourself with the energy and then prepare to send it. But instead of sending it to a past memory, you're going to be sending it to a future imagination. So an idea of something that you want for yourself in the future, and you send it towards that goal. And for me, the best way to do it is to create an image of what I will look like when that future manifests. And then I send the good vibes to it. Now, in the same way that you got to be careful of the negative energy, the negativeness of doing it to the past, which is you get sucked up in the traumatic feelings of then, the same sort of effect can happen with sending Reiki to the future, because you may not believe that future can manifest. You may not believe that future can come. And that feels bad. So you can think at it when you feel bad like that, when you don't believe, when you're doubtful, when you're miserable, when you're in despair and you don't think a good future could even happen. Trying to think about the future at that point is not going to help, because instead of sending the good vibes at the possibility of the future, you send the bad ones, the doubtful ones that you have, and that doesn't help. So again, send it as much as you can. And if you find yourself unable to sustain the good vibes feeling towards it, back off and focus on something else. Or, and this is something that I learned from Esther Hicks, who's great at this kind of stuff. If you want to go check her out, her YouTube thing is Abraham Hicks. Go general. Like, don't worry too much about the specifics of exactly how the future will manifest. And that's why I have trouble with it, because I tend to use images rather than general ideas, and go with the general idea of it and the general feeling of how that reality, that future manifestation will feel once it happens, and imagine that feeling within you to boost yourself and get back into your vibe. So this stuff is all like, it's technically level 2 stuff, and but it's core law of attraction stuff. And I think that just like electromagnetism and just like strong weak nuclear force, I think that law of attraction, at least how our energy as human beings works and interacts with each other and interacts with ourselves in order to manifest our future, I think that's really real. And I think, on the one hand, do I believe in like cosmic coincidences, like the universe conspiring to get you what you want? I do, when I am in the vibe. When I'm not, I doubt it a lot, but I've seen enough evidence that I really should stop doubting so much. And so I have that. But sometimes that manifestation of the future is actually a intuition to go do something that seems completely unrelated. And oftentimes what that can be is that your inner spirit, your Reiki, is guiding you to a better feeling place so that it can guide you to another better feeling place. You know, you decide to go get ice cream randomly. Then you meet a stranger who gives you an encouraging word. Then you meet another stranger who you like help their groceries with because they're like an old man who needs help bringing it across. Now you feel really good for yourself. Now you get back home and you start that book that you've been putting off for so long. And who knows, maybe that book really makes it and you become a millionaire. And that's how you get your money, by going out for ice cream because it would make you feel better. So anyway, I just wanted to post this. I was thinking about it a lot as I was falling asleep last night, and I'm really glad that I get to make a video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a good weekend, guys.